Dear friends, let's talk about the consequences of sin. Consequences of sin has two kinds. One is eternal consequences, another one is temporal consequences. Eternal consequence is a result of sinful nature, and temporal consequence is a result of sinful behavior. Every human has a sinful nature and every human has a sinful behavior. This sinful behavior comes from sinful nature. So the sinful nature has the eternal consequences and sinful behavior has the temporal consequences. Sinful nature is to be dealt by God and sinful behavior is to be dealt by man. And eternal consequences will take place after death, and the temporal consequences will take place during our lifetime. Now, the point is how to deal with both of these. To redeem us from the eternal consequences, we have to depend on God. There is no other way. Only God can redeem us from our eternal consequences. But on the other hand, there is a temporal consequence that will take place after we commit certain sins on this earth during our lifetime. So when we commit any sin, we have to go through the consequence. That is temporal consequence. For example, we will take a murder case, or we will take a theft case, or we will take a recent crime took place. Last week, two rape cases took place, and it was a painful news for all of us. And let's talk about all these accused. So they committed sin, and they may repent, and they may reconcile with God, and they may ask for forgiveness, and they may get all this. God will forgive them, there is no doubt about that. But at the same time, the accused life for next few years will be decided by penal code. The accused life is in the hands of penal code for next few years. They cannot escape that. Friends, the conclusion is, just because there is a God factor, we cannot escape temporal consequence, because our human nature is in God's hand. Human behavior is taking place with our full sense. We are responsible for that. If we want to skip temporal consequence, we have to think before. We have to be careful of not yielding to the sinful nature and not committing any sin. Once the sin is committed, we are responsible for the temporal consequence. Thank you, friends.